My God, this movie was gripping. Like, when I'm watching a movie, I'm usually just writing down a few wee notes and bullet points, just so when it comes to this, I know what to talk about. Looking back, I clearly stopped writing about the halfway mark, because I was just engaged. Very quickly, if you enjoy the cut of my jib, consider hitting subscribe. Not only does it keep you up to date with the latest movies and hidden gems to add to your watch list, but you're just going to make my day as well. But that being said, let's get on with this one. The Apology. So this movie took a few different turns that I wasn't expecting. Not just in like its plot and twists, I mean in actually how it presented itself. We have got a cast of 3 in this movie. There's a few others credited for like a flashback scene or like a voiceover or a phone call, but let's be real, you're watching 3 people on screen. In the leading role though, we have got Anna Gunn. Let's be honest, you probably do know her face from, I'm just going to let my bias out of the way just now, the best show ever, Breaking Bad. That's right, we've got Skylar White in the driving seat here. So how this movie goes, we've got Darlene. I'm really going to struggle to not call her Skylar. So Darlene is a recovering alcoholic. She says it's been about 19 years. The reason for this is that her daughter went missing 20 years ago. She's never had any information around this. She doesn't know if her daughter is still alive, still out there, anything whatsoever. She's got her friend round and she's preparing to host like the big Christmas for the family, and they say in dialogue that it's been years since she'd really done this, so of course she's a little bit nervous, a little bit apprehensive, but it looks like she's getting a lot of shit done here. While she's doing all the cooking and getting all the Christmas decorations ready, she's put out a video really pleading for her daughter to come home safely, so she's not lost hope at all. She's still putting things out there actively. Now that Christmas has really gone underway and her friend leaves for the night, there's a knock at the door.
I am the one who knocks.
I could not resist that one. I'm not even sorry. But like, this is where we get Jack in the movie. He is her ex-brother-in-law. He used to go out with her sister, and these two have not seen each other in a long time. And this isn't even a spoiler, because within like their first conversation, we learn they have a thing for each other. They might have had a little bit more than just a thing back in the day, if you catch my drift. But he comes round and he's got like nostalgic gifts for her and really just kind of takes her back to when the whole family used to be together. And that's what I'd read in the kind of premise of this movie, is that, you know, he shows up, he's got nostalgic gifts and some secrets to share. So I was curious. I thought it was going to be a whole family event, you know, it'd be a lot of people around and he's just kind of dropping everybody into it. No. This movie is incredibly intimate, hence the small cast. Though her friend was in at the start of the movie and she kind of pops up throughout it, we are now just watching these two engage with each other. And it does not take long for him to make an advance on her.
I just never found someone who could quote Oscar Wilde while shit-talking in the corner at a party quite like you could.
Jack has not got any chill whatsoever, given all of the circumstances. He's testing the waters before he reveals some bigger secrets. Let's just say that he knows a little bit about her daughter Sally, or at least what happened to her 20 years ago. At this point, moving on for the rest of the movie, Darlene is here to learn anything and everything she can about Sally's disappearance, where she is now, what happened to her. Even though it's not the final reveal of the movie, I'm not going to say what happened, but let me just let you know that Jack is not quite as innocent as they might like to think he is. So it's now just become a battle between these two people. You know, at first she tries to escape through, let's be honest, the strongest fucking window I've ever seen in a movie.
The 3M safety and security films are used to help fortify glass against intrusion protection, break and entry, bomb blasts, as well as natural disasters.
Being a mother that's lost a daughter, I'll be honest with you, not something I can relate to too well. However, Anna Gunn is unbelievable in this role. Know all those scenes where Skylar would like freak out at Walt because he was like fucking up the family? But let's be real for just a second. Skylar, other than Ted, was never in the wrong. So all those freakouts that she had were very well earned. Casting her here was just perfect. She doesn't do the whole freakouts like at Marie.
Shut up! Skylar. Shut up! Please shut up! Stop. Shut up! Shut up!
But what she does do instead is she just brings that energy straight back into the apology. You know, where she's like struggling to even get through her own sentences and comprehend her own thoughts about what to do.
Just breathe, take some deep breaths, okay? Okay, darling, listen to me. Just listen.
Listen to me.
She absolutely nailed it here. And Jack was just as fantastic as somebody who clearly loves Darlene, is ashamed of what he's done, ashamed of what he's here to do, but wants to be honest. So he's towing that line between a lot of different emotions throughout almost the whole movie. You know, there's scenes where they might fight with each other. As I said, she tries to escape.
It's much more difficult for somebody to try to get through this now.
But then they'll also just sit down and have a conversation because she still wants to know the truth. Not only is there a struggle between the two of them, they each clearly have their own kind of internal battle going on, where it's Jack just trying to be honest and Darlene not wanting to rip a man's throat out. Let's be honest, it would be a fair reaction, but just wanting to know the truth before she really makes her mind up about what she wants to do exactly. Although I did write down, because I'm not sure, is this not just the Amnesia soundtrack?
Okay. I can't.
Look, I'm not complaining if it is. It absolutely fit the theme of this movie perfectly. When that started playing, I knew the monster was near, put it that way. Now, as thrillers go, 100% thrilling. The first act of this movie, of course, like most, it is a lot of setup, but really from that second and third act onwards, you do not know what a character is going to do next, and the fact that there's so few of them really kept me on the edge of my seat, and that is why my notes clearly just stopped. So what would I be saying for the apology? See, if you do like a good thriller, and especially a really good intimate thriller, make time for this movie. You're not going to go wrong. It's definitely one. Get the curtains closed, get the lights off, and just sit back and enjoy. It's best you can, but anyway. But we've got two unbelievable performances. It was beautifully written throughout, and the direction is great. Almost all of it takes place in the house, and at no point was I bored looking at my screen. They kept it fresh. I may have jumped between a couple of different rooms within the house, but it looked great entirely. It wasn't breathtaking, because you're in a house at the end of the day, but for what it was, could not complain. See the cinematography within a house? Just had to give that a shout out. Like, there's no putting down the performances being unbelievably good here. The secret that Jack comes with, though, it's not like you're not going to guess potentially what it is. At first, you could walk away thinking that's going to be quite a criticism of the movie, but not at all. Because if they tried to do some twist where you couldn't guess possibly what happened, it would get far too convoluted, it would get quite difficult to follow, or it would just be far too many moving parts and you need to introduce different characters. Sure, it might be guessable exactly what happened. The way they present it, all I'll say is, in a couple of different ways, that was another element that just kept you guessing. So look, have you seen The Apology? What did you think of it? Please do let me know. And if you haven't yet, hit subscribe. Not only will it keep you up to date with whatever next review and hidden gem I put out here, but you're just going to make my day. And look, with all that being said, thank you so much for watching.